Hello, and welcome to Roosevelt Rebel with your host, Tisa Rebel Beltran. Thank you. So, today was a weird day. This is the third time I'm recording this because too much shit keeps fucking and happening. The first time, the cat got out and I got summoned. And then, the second time, I don't even remember. I think I just got, distracted with work. So, something interesting happened this morning. I am part of a narcissist recovery group where narcissist survivor, where you dated somebody that or was in a relationship with somebody, or you have a parent that is a narcissist. I'm in a group, and not we. Someone posted this morning that they just found out that their partner that they've been with for 34 years still having a relationship with somebody else for that same amount of time. So that just fucking blew my mind. I know that it happens. I'm not dumb, but fuck, 34 years. How do you find the time? You know? How do you find the time to do that to somebody? And two people, like you're fucking doing this to two people. How do you find the time? I'm not asking because I want to do that to somebody. I'm just amazed. Or how about, like, I wonder if they had kids, How does that affect the children? Like, I know people fucking emotionally cheat on people, and that's still not right either. Like, if you emotionally cheat, you're in a relationship, you're married, you're with somebody, and you are texting somebody, calling somebody, meeting up with people, and you're emotionally cheating on your person, then that is definitely not good and not right. I don't believe in that. There's a whole thing about talking to your partner and discussing the discussing the definition. What is the word? I had it before. Defining the relationship and deciding whether or not you want to have an open relationship or just be monogamous. So there's a point in that your relationship where you go and do that. And some people, some married people go ahead and they eventually, they're open up their relationship. They become polyamorous, after 8-10 years. That's their decisions. But most people have that discussion beforehand, and this person most definitely did not know that their partner was with somebody else for 34 years. And that hurts my heart for them because that's fucked up. And it makes me sad because people who are narcissists only care about themselves. And that blows. They're only in the relationship, and what they want out of the relationship is for them to only be happy, not the other person, and what they get out of the relationship. And that's not fair. So I see these stories every day in my groups of these people that have had it horrible, horrible experiences. I'm not saying it was worse than mine or mine is worse. Everybody's experience is different, and it's fucked up. Narcissism is definitely a disease. It is also learned behavior. I could go into the whole thing, but I'm not going to discuss narcissists this episode. What I want to discuss is polyamory. There was something else that and just like, oh yeah, this like it's all along the same set. So, um, there are in a relationship, you define the relationship. In the beginning, usually that happens, or unless you're just dating, and then you eventually have to have that discussion, especially because there's two people here, and communication is the best thing that you need to do and discuss. Where are we going? What do we want? What have you? So currently, um, I have friends, and they are in relationships where no one is happy. And I laugh because it just drives me crazy. Because because uh, they're beating a dead horse. They have broken up numerous times with their person in both of these relationships, and it's now to the point where they need to make a decision of whether or not to stay or go. And when you do this, you have to be tactful about it, not just like pack your bags and fucking leave. Like, you need to be respectful. Even if the person is a narcissist, if the person is a piece of shit, they still deserve, like, this is what I say, I don't like her, but you need to leave nicely. You can't just be a bitch or a dick about it, because that's fucked up. Um, so with one of them today, I was like, just be tactful about it, because I have been in the position where the person wasn't tactful at all. Like, they wasted a lot of my fucking time. And it's not fair to me. And it's not fair to people who are relationships affected. So, um, I said, but they were definitely a narcissist, and they didn't give a shit, and it was always about what they wanted, no matter what. All the way, coming down to what we watched on TV. This is multiple relationships that I've been in, and the narcissist always had control over the television, and it was a weird thing. Like, they had to control everything, everything, all the way down to what we watched on TV. And I know they have the same issues too with their person that they're in a relationship with. These are controlling people that they're with. And it's sad, but they have to be tactful about it when they leave. Like, you have to be, they're still a person, even though I say fuck them and they don't deserve shit, but they also deserve to be treated as a human, even though that they are not treating their person as a human. Treat them better than they're treating you, and then just peace the fuck out. Um, People just really suck. People don't know how to have relationships these days. Um, and it's not cool. And it's really hard for anybody, I think. So, these people in my life are having hardships with their people, and I just want them all to be happy. Like, I just want everybody to be happy. I'm going to take a quick break right now and listen to an ad. One moment. All right, I am back. So, in a relationship, you need to be tactful with your person's feelings. Like, a lot of people, I feel like they're not tactful, and they only care about themselves, and that is shitty. But a lot of people don't know how to have relationships these days, and that's even more shitty, because they don't have an example of a healthy relationship. I feel like a lot of people have grown up with the divorced parents, and they don't have an example of a healthy relationship. So I've had this discussion numerous times with numerous people. So if you have a definition of a healthy relationship that you can see and you can learn from, then you know how to have a relationship. So if you have children, or you see, um, if you have children or you have grown up, there's always a way to show that there's a healthy relationship, that, you learn from them. And a lot of people don't have that, and I'm thankful and lucky that I have that. Like, my parents have a healthy relationship. It's not perfect, but it was healthy. They discuss things. My mom was like, nope, this is the way that I feel. My dad, of course, nope, this is the way that I feel. Then they made fucking decisions together. And this is what I've seen throughout my whole life, seeing this healthy couple and learning from them. So I know what a healthy relationship is, but I keep ending up being in unhealthy relationships because I keep dating people who have no healthy relationship to base their relationships on. And children see how you are in relationships and they learn from you on how to have a relationship. So a lot of the times, if the person's parent is jumping from relationship to relationship, the child will usually jump from relationship to relationship or have none at all or work super fucking hard not to be like their parent. Uh, and I've seen this throughout my life of the children doing this. And, you have to give your child a healthy example of relationships, even friendships. And if you're not, you really need think about it and consider fucking taking care of the issues. So within a relationship and you know, you need to define the relationship if it's going to be open, it's going to be monogamous, if you're going to be polyamorous. There's other ways you can define, there's other definitions of the way you have your relationship, but you need to have that with your person. And so then there comes a point in the relationship where you need to define the relationship again, where if you're both not happy and you one of you needs to make the decision to end it, even though it's scary as fuck. And there's a tactful way to do it, and there's a respectful way to do it. And a lot of people don't know how to do it. They just do it, and that's when shit happens. And being in relationships and ending relationships, those are hard things to do, but you got to do them. There's no easy way to break somebody's heart, but there are tactful ways, healthy ways not to fucking hurt somebody. So in this part of the relationship, that's when you need to define the relationship again, where you're going to be like, should we continue on this relationship? Should we get counseling? Should we do something? Because we're both unhappy here. And, we're both unhappy. Do we see ourselves together forever? Do we, uh, how do we see this ending? Is it going to be the Notebook or is it going to be blank space? Oh my fucking god. That was a good one. Oh, I'm gonna pat my back real quick. Hold on. Oh, good one. Teresa. So anyhow, it's the truth though. It could either fucking be a happily ever after dying in each other's arms, or it could just go down in flames. God damn, I love myself. Oh, holy shit, I'm funny. Oh, man. And so like, yeah, there's these discussions that you need to have at every point of the relationship. So if you're like, do you see us getting married? Do you see this? Do you see that? Have these relationship conversations. Every relationship should be having these conversations. They are hard conversations, but you know what? It's a healthy relationship if you can have those conversations and not ignore everything and actually be truthful and not um just stay in the relationship so you're not alone. That's not fair to anybody. It's not fair to anybody involved. It's not fair to the families. It's not fair to the friends. It's not fair to anybody. Um, and if you don't know how to have a relationship, then don't be in one and learn how to be alone. And eventually, learning to have a relationship with yourself helps you in the long run to have a relationship with somebody else, because you need to love yourself and understand yourself and be in your own to know how to be with somebody else. I don't know how to explain it. That's the best way I can explain it right now. Um, so for myself, I've discussed about my end of my relationship and being separated now. and realizing a lot of things about myself, about me staying in the relationship because I love them and